received his B.Tech degree from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur in 1970 in mechanical engineering, followed by MS and PhD degrees in material science and metallurgical engineering from the University of Cincinnati, USA in 1972 and 1974 respectively. Dr. Saxena has been executing its academic assignments at the helm of affairs in the office of the Vice Chancellor of Galcotias University in Greater Noida since July 2012. His assignment prior to assuming the office of the Vice Chancellor at the Galcotias University is a testimony to his flair for academics, which enable him to serve as the Dean of the College of Engineering and Distinguished Professor at the University of Arkansas, USA for 9 years. His versatility in technical innovations elevated him to hold the illustrious title of Regents Professor of School of Material Science and Engineering at the Georgia Institute of Technology, Atlanta. To prove his technical expertise, Dr. Saxena has authored over 175 research papers and reference books. He got the recognition from the technical forums by receiving various accolades, awards and medals such as George Irwin Medal from ASTM and the Wohler Fatigue Medal from the European Structural Integrity Society. Sir, may we now request you to address the gathering?
Well, thank you very much for this introduction. If I'd known you were going to say all that, I would have sat in my seat and rested my feet and be more physically ready for this presentation. But thank you anyway. Honorable Chancellor of Banari Amman Institute, Honorable Vice Chairman of the University Grants Commission of India, dignitaries on the dais, faculty and students. First of all, I bring very warm wishes from Galcotias University to Banari Amman Institute of Technology on the occasion of 15th Futura Technical Symposium and Design Contest. I sincerely thank you for including me as part of this gathering. I'm particularly indebted to Mr. G. Vyas, advisor of Banari Amman Institute, for arranging the invitation and being a very gracious host. Now, I need to tell you how I met Mr. Vyas. We are both on the organizing committee of the World Summit on Accreditation, which is going to happen in March of 2014. And I would invite all the schools that are represented here to participate in this very important gathering, which will impact the quality of education in India and around the world. We expect about 50% participation from around the world, and people who have expertise in teaching and learning processes and accreditation processes are going to come and share their experience with us. So I hope that the various institutes that are present here, that you would be helping us by participating and helping yourself by learning from some of the best minds in academia. Now, having said that, this is truly a day of celebration for all. We are celebrating a very successful symposium and a design competition, perhaps the best so far in the history of the competition itself. My best wishes are for all of you who have participated in some form or the other. Some of you have worked on technical program, while others have worked on the logistical aspects of the meeting, as some of the previous speakers have said. I'm here to tell you that both are equally important. Some of you have enthusiastically supported it by your presence, and that too is very important. No event can be successful without spectators. Thus, all of you deserve congratulations for your contributions to this very successful show. It takes a team effort to put together a show like this one, and everyone's role is important, however small or big. The moral from this story is that we need good, hardworking people in every role to make a large project such as this one so successful. So let us give all the people here a round of applause for the wonderful work. My message here today is directed to the students in this audience. Students, before you know it, you will complete your studies and become young men and women on whom the future of this society, the country, and the world, in fact, lies. This is indeed a big responsibility, but you can approach it with the confidence that your education has prepared you well for that challenge. Your parents will see the fruits of their love and hard work in the form of grown, responsible children who will make them proud with their successes and accomplishments. Most of them are yet to come. Your professors cannot wait to brag about your future successes. I'm sure that you will make your institution, parents, and professors proud with your accomplishments, and I wish you the very best in every inch of the way. As you embark on your journey, I would like to share some of the lessons that I have learned from my career that is now in its 5th decade. As someone who graduated 43 years ago with a degree in mechanical engineering, I can say that not a day goes by when I do not stop for a moment to reminisce my own college days and thank all those wonderful faculty who have without a doubt contributed very significantly to my success in life. I can tell you from my own experiences that you will cherish wonderful memories from your college days more and more with every day of your life. For now, focus on building those memories by making the best of your college experience, especially in terms of learning. I want to pass on a few words of wisdom that might be pertinent as you face the challenges of building a successful career. The first advice I want to give you is that learning does not end, and for that matter, does not even slow down with the completion of your formal education. On the contrary, learning process will accelerate as you step into the real world. Although your institution will have equipped you with up-to-date knowledge, but the rate at which new knowledge is becoming available, what you know today will soon be obsolete. However, remember that you have gained knowledge, but more importantly, you have also learned how to teach yourself and become a lifelong learner who's always curious about new things around him or her and wants to dig deep to understand everything clearly. I was once asked in an interview for a senior academic position, and the question was, Dr. Saxena, how do you define wisdom? This is a very open-ended question, but a very good one. And I was facing a panel of 15 interviewers, and I had to come up with an answer on my feet. I replied that I define wisdom as having knowledge, but also the ability to process that knowledge to make good decisions and choices. And one without the other is not wisdom. Experience will give you knowledge, but using the experience to improve yourself continuously will give you wisdom. In a long life, it is ultimately the wisdom that sets you apart from others. Even common sense is not as common as most people believe. Thus, never stop being creative in your thinking and processing new information in innovative ways, in pursuit of wisdom that is in sync with contemporary times. I think this last phrase, contemporary times, is also important because the solutions you come up with have to be in sync with the time and the surroundings that you live in. You will most likely get your first job on the basis of how well you performed in your classes and what percentage marks you secured in the various subjects. However, beyond the very initial years, your progress will depend on factors such as hard work and integrity, your ability to get along with people, your ability to function on teams, your ability to effectively communicate, and your perceived reliability in discharging your responsibilities. None of these qualities are related to the percentage marks that you have secured, So do not ever rest on your past laurels. In the fast-changing world, you will be judged not on how high you scored in your BTech degree, but what you have done lately to benefit the organization that you now serve. I want to recommend to you a book written by an American author by the name Stephen Covey. To those of you who have read the book, I apologize in advance and ask you to bear with me. The book is entitled 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. The 7 habits Mr. Covey talked about in detail in the books are: Habit 1, be proactive. Imagine being a cricket player facing fast bowling by reacting to it after the ball has passed you by. Always anticipate situations and be prepared to tackle them as you face them. Instead of accepting fate, shape your own future yourself. Habit 2, begin with the end in mind. And this is something that the chairman also emphasized, focus. If you don't know where you're going, you can never find the most efficient route to get there. Always have goals that are long-range and short-range goals. They can always be modified or sharpened as more information becomes available and as the situations change. Habit 3, put first things first. Always prioritize your actions. An ancient Indian poet by the name Kabir Das wrote a famous couplet. And this is in Hindi, but just bear with me, I will give you the English translation. Kaal kare to aaj kare to ab. Kal mein parlay hoegi to bahuri karoge kab. In other words, do today what you intend to do tomorrow. And do now what you intend to do today. If calamity strikes tomorrow, you will lose your opportunity to do what you had wanted to do. So always prioritize and focus and have some goals in mind. Habit 4, think win-win. In life, you will negotiate a lot of deals. Always think of solutions that benefit both sides. This will create partnerships for you that will serve you a lifetime. And you will always gain more friends, and none of your previous friends are going to turn into your enemies. And that is how you collect a lifetime of friends and increase their number with time. Habit 5, seek first to understand and then be understood. Most effective people are also very good listeners. Listening helps you to determine where everyone else stands on the issue and helps you in choosing your own remarks and stand, avoiding conflict and confusion. Habit 6, synergize. Combine the strengths of people and cover your own weaknesses by surrounding yourself with others who complement your weaknesses. When one works on the attitude, nothing can be